Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. Listen, if you're a small time landlord and you are having a hard time finding rentals in today's marketplace, we are in November of 2025. We're only about a week away from Thanksgiving. This is one of the things that a lot of people are not talking about is building your own rentals. We're talking about duplexes. Duplexes make the refinance process so much easier. We just refinanced another duplex last week Friday. Today is Monday. We are moving on and we are finishing up another couple of duplexes here. Now, here's what we're going to talk about today. We had this particular issue that you can see that's a glaring problem that we had here. The framer went ahead and put this little wall up for the cabinet island that we have here. Now, he looked at the plans and he just did it approximately to where it would be, and then the guys finished it out. The granite guy came in and measured out the cabinet size, which is going to be 60 inches, and this thing is going to be a little bit further. So now we have a problem, right? Obviously, we can't leave this like this. We have to figure something out to try to get this fixed. Now, let me show you a couple of other pictures. Here's what it looks like on the back side of it. It actually looks kind of funny. But, you know, if this granite was longer, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, right? If the granite was further extended out this way, right, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. You just have like a little seating area here as well, and then a seating area on the back end. But now it just looks weird because the guy has already cut the granite or the countertops, and we can't just miraculously add to it. We'd have to cut a whole nother piece of granite. So it wasn't the granite guy's fault. It's not anybody's fault. So who cares? We're not really here to point blame. We don't want to waste a whole lot of mental energy on this. So I tell the contractors, hey, we got to figure out a solution to this. So they come up with some pretty cool solutions. And here is what it looks like, guys. Check it out. Bam, just knock the wall down. Get rid of that sucker, man. We don't need it. And that's what we did in the other one. The other ones didn't have a wall. So now there's nothing real crazy going on here. What they did was we have these square nails. You can't really see them, but they're not your traditional nails. Those ones are going to make it so that, you know, the wood sticks on there really, really well. Obviously not well enough so that it stays on there permanently, but you can see the nails are actually still in there, which is kind of crazy. But anyway, that is what it's going to, is the solution. That's it. We're done. So now we can call the granite guy to come in and glue these down because they were not actually glued in. One of the other updates that we have for this particular property is we have the black matte finishes that we've gotten at the store. So we got a big delivery. We're making sure that there's sufficient for all of the rooms. Again, listen, we have 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. So here's the way it works. These come in pairs. So this is going to be the 2 bedrooms, and then one of these feds is going to be for the master bedroom. Then the other one's going to be for the other side of the duplex. And then we have 4 bathrooms. So each bathroom has an individual sink. So we're going to get 4 of these, and then a chandelier that goes over the island that we just knocked that wall down on. We're missing one of them, so those ones are scheduled to come in tomorrow. But I like taking pictures of all this stuff, guys, because if we ever have a theft or something like that, we have proof that we actually bought it and it was actually delivered to the property. Now, these panels here, I know you can't really tell the color, but these are the panels of what's going to be going right here. They have to be cut. Not a big deal, but they're going to be cut here to size, and then there's like a little L-shaped thing that goes around here just to cover it up to give it that clean look once it's finished. But we have those already there, and we ended up not using them because that guy put up the pony wall. Now that, you know, we didn't throw it away, we just kept it there. This is the stuff for the other unit that we have. Again, we're missing some stuff, so it's going to be delivered tomorrow. This is what the other one looks like on the other side. This is going to be at the 106 Runnels property. This was the issue that we had with it. Now we have the issue fixed, and we have the material there to get repaired and finished up so that we can just keep on moving. So there's the other wall right there. It is now going to be trash. All right, I'm going to update you guys on the other property that we have here, the Mill Street area. If you guys recall, we had a ton of trees right here. Give me 1 second. Oh, guys, so these are some older pictures I have of the property. You really can't see all of the big, massive bushes that were in the back here. Here's another side of it, but you really can't see all the overgrowth that was on the side there. So anyways, I had to get rid of all of that stuff. So now it looks a lot cleaner. We cleaned this area all up here, mostly because it's just very difficult to get in and out with vehicles and all this other stuff. We're going to wait off on doing the siding. Here's the thing, we've gotten permission from the city to go ahead and do a lot of the demo work on this property because we want to see what the inside of it looks, to see what kind of structural stuff needs to happen. So we're going to get that done. The thing is that like we don't have permit to try to go ahead and start the actual repairs and the renovations and all the other stuff. So we have to put everything on pause right now. We're waiting for the builder plans and all the other stuff that we need to get to the city. Just basically what it is because we need to have a full mechanical, full electrical, and full plumbing set to the city. So we're going to just hold off on this project for just a tiny little bit. And, but we're getting some stuff done on the exterior, which is going to be like some landscaping stuff. There's a picture of my cool bike. I get excited because I get to ride around the area here in Willis. And if you see me on a yellow bike, it's because I live nearby some of these projects. That's one of the benefits. When I first started doing all the fix and flips that I was doing before in the past, I was doing a lot of stuff that was really far away. I was going all the way to Houston, driving an hour and a half, an hour and 15 minutes. I would go all the way to, I can't even remember the name of the town, past Pearland. The point is that it was super, super far. And I would do these projects mostly because, that's where, the opportunity was, at least I thought, until I started becoming a little bit more, specialized in my personal zip code here, that now I really know all the ins and outs. So when things come into the marketplace, I want to be the first one. The city already knows me. They know I'm going to do everything right. So it makes it easier for me. And I don't have to travel very, very far. I could just ride my bike to where I got to go. Now, this is what the inside of the property is looking like now. It is looking fantastic. We're getting it all cleaned up. This looks great. This is exactly what I want to see. I want to be able to see all of the structural stuff first, and then wait to see where all the damage is, so that we can go ahead and get that stuff repaired. Now, just sending you guys showing you guys some pictures. All these wires, all this stuff has got to go. This is all going to be trash, but everything is looking good. Here's where the majority of the damage was. If you guys remember, this is where the bathroom, the really, really ugly picture that we had of the bathroom, the sink was here. Basically, I was in here taking a picture this direction. The tub was in the back here, and this was the vanity. This was that horrible picture that we had of this little area, which seemed to be one of the worst ones. And then when you come into the property, this was one of the areas that was really, really moldy on the wall. And like I told you guys yesterday, I showed you guys the picture of what it looks like. Here's the, the interior of it. There was a small, tiny little hole, very small hole that caused all of this damage. And, it was like that for many, many years. And, this is how deep it went. Close this off. The damage went so deep here that it just destroyed even the wood that's on the floor here, on the sill plates on the very, very bottom. So that's actually crazy. And then on this right-hand side, here's where we have the kitchen. All right, guys, those are all of the updates that I have for you guys. If you want to learn more about new construction, how it works, how we finance it, how we build it, how we find the contractors, how we deal with all that stuff, guys, please feel free to join my free school community at www.school.com/B2R for build to rent, the number 2 rent, and then /about. I'm going to put it in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I appreciate you. I'll talk to you soon.